Hey folks, welcome to the Mediocre Cover Band Guitar Guy. It's me again, the mediocre one. Sorry I haven't been around for a little bit. I'm dealing with some very personal family issues right now, and that coupled with some gigs and work and kids and things. It's been pretty hectic. Thank you for everybody for the support that I've been getting on my videos and stuff here as of late. I can't begin to tell people, like, I'm amazed by what's going on here, especially the video I'm about to talk about, the bedroom guitar players. And the reason I'm going to talk about, I got a lot of positive feedback. I got some negative feedback, but I'm going to go and explain some of the things. First of all, I'm not down on anybody who doesn't play out professionally live, whatever you want to fucking call it, okay? If you're not playing out around in bands and things of that nature, or you're not performing live because um, your family, whatever, commitments, your career, um, anxiety, you just don't have time for it, then you know what? That's cool. That's up to you. There's a lot of players around that are phenomenal players that don't. Okay, so I'm not insulting anybody here. My whole premise on this video was talking about the shit posting that goes on. And I did receive some shit posting on my video. Most of it was good. I had a guy call me a loser, as I spoke of before, and whatever. But one guy responded and said that to simply say to someone you should do better is dumb. Okay? And that just because somebody can't do something better isn't a good way to measure greatness or something, or doesn't mean what was posted was good. And that's fine. I understand that part of what you're saying. But if you can't do better, why would you discredit somebody else's work? So here's a lesson for you today, okay? If you're a young person and you're a keyboard warrior and you've not gotten punched in the face in your lifetime, this is called backing up your shit. Would you go to Mike Tyson and say, "Hey Mike, I'm going to kick your ass"? If you couldn't back it up, if you've never been in a fist fight before in your life, and you know you got no way to back it up, why the fuck would you even comment? You got no business commenting, okay? It's like if Steve Vai posted something and I didn't like it, and I went, "Man, you're a terrible guitar player. You're like you shouldn't. You should sell your guitars. Like you shouldn't even be doing music." I can't back that shit up with him, so I'm not going to pick that fight. And if you can't back your shit up, don't pick that fight. If, like I said before in my videos, if you're here in Newfoundland and you want to, like, in St. John's especially, you want to back up your shit and whatever, I'm not going to argue with you on my YouTube. I'll fist fight you. I said it before I'll do that. I got no problem with that. I'll back my shit up, don't worry. Secondly, another comment that came down to the pike that I want to talk to today is about our scene and things that are killing it. And I've talked about it before, I know. A lot of people haven't gone through my videos. Um, but here's kind of, I'm not really surprised, I should say, but I guess it's happening everywhere else as well. So I'm just going to read this comment, okay? And this is from somebody who commented on the bedroom guitar players. And it said, "I'm a bedroom player, but not by choice. What do I mean by that? Where I'm from, back in the 90s, the music scene was controlled by a group of about 10 guys. I had the misfortune of being number 11 in a town where hipsters made you feel second class, like a second class citizen for liking the Beatles. The guys who controlled the scene were very insular, very unfriendly, and very snobbish. They would form bands, break up, and then reform in different orders. All of them terrible players. Every audition I would go out on, I would get turned down, and it always went the same way. Me, them, well, we don't know you. Me, yeah, that's a good thing, isn't it? New face, new energy, new ideas. Oh, but this guy has experience, so we're going to go with him. Him? He's been in 10 bands that have gone nowhere. Yeah, but he's a proven failure." And then he goes on to say that he's not making it up. Um, you know, you don't have to tell me twice because it's happening here all the time. An example that I would have is that we're pretty centric to a venue here in the greater metro area, where it's the only club gig we do now. We do that in some private gigs, mainly because we're old. Well, I am, And there's that. And I don't really want to be out till 3 a.m. with guys spilling beer over my equipment and playing for 4 hours, being in the club for 6, 7 hours, and walking home at less than $100, or driving home at less than $100. Um, that's it, because gear costs a lot of money, time costs money, gas costs money, and that's it. People who say, "Oh, I'm not into this for money," that's great. If you're playing an hour and then you're going back home, that's cool. But when you're giving up a complete work, you wouldn't go to work and come home with nothing. So I mean, we all do. I know, taxes and government shit. I'll keep the politics out. I'm sorry, but anyway, you wouldn't go to work for that if you didn't feel like you were being treated fairly. So that's where I am with that. But in this venue that we do play, we have a group of musicians that are in like a bunch of different bands. And somebody made a comment about it and said that our band was the only band playing there right now where each member of the band is only in that band. There was at one point, there was one individual who was in 7 different bands that played that venue. And there was probably only 9 bands that play that venue year round. So there was probably only 2 bands that played that whole venue that he wasn't in. Then there's another guy, he's got 3 bands over there, and he has a lot of control. He's pissing into the owner's ear. And it's really funny because when you talk to people, they're like, his bands, all 3 of them suck and they don't like them. Then there's another dude who's got 2 or 3 bands that he's. So these people are killing your scene, okay? They're creating this mob mentality, this cliquiness, and when you're not there, they're pissing into the venue owner's ear and telling them who to hire and not to hire. Oh, I heard this about these people, and I heard that. You should hire us. And this sort of shit goes on, and not just with bands. I had a sound guy come up to me one time and tell me I shouldn't hire the guy that we normally hire. Nobody likes him. He's not a good guy, blah, blah, blah. And then proceeded to play a whole show with nothing but feedback in the monitors and front of house. So, who's really I guess the only way to really get rid of that is maybe to start calling people out, going to them and saying, like, you need to keep your nose out of my band's business. And because it's doing damage to your reputation. And once that's folded, you got nothing left, right? Because you're only as good as your word. And this is the same thing with keeping gigs and things that you shouldn't do. And I'm going to do a video on that later on. Some etiquette in dealing with some things that have been going on and also killing our scene. So it's not just here, as I found out from this gentleman's comments. It's going on everywhere, okay? And as a musician, you have the rights, I think, to stand up and say to somebody like, fuck off. You're taking money out of my pocket. You're taking something that I enjoy, something that's mine, and you're taking it away from me. And music shouldn't be something that is able to be taken away by other people. I mean, I understand physical elements and things like that happen that might do it, but another person should not have the right to ruin music for you. I've had it happen. I had it happen about 12 years ago, and I didn't touch a guitar for about a year and a half. Big surprise. And because it just sucked the life out of me, and I didn't want to pick up a guitar for a long time. And then we started the band we're in now, and it became fun for a little while, And then we went through some bumps in the road and straightened the shit out, and it was good. But once again, the people that weren't making it fun were gone. So it's not just band members that can ruin it, it's just other people. Anyway, enough of that, guys. Just wanted to reiterate again, I did not mean any offense to anybody as being a bedroom guitar player. I'm talking about shit posting, and that's it. Like I said, if you can't back up your shit, you don't need to comment on it. Like, it makes no sense to me. You've got no business saying shit if you can't walk, right? Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. You can leave your comments. I'd appreciate it. Subscribe. Appreciate it. It'd mean a lot to me. We're doing pretty good on that front. And this guitar is doing great. I gave it all weekend. I'm just going straight to the amp, no pedals there, and it's got that nice right, guys. Thanks.